Golf Central Update, brought to you by TaylorMade.
We are now joined by the 2014 European Ryder Cup captain victoriously at Glen Eagles. He is Paul McGinley, a member of the Sky Sports golf team, still very involved with the European Ryder Cup team, with the European Tour at large with us. And Paul, the selection process for the European team, you got two lists. You got the European points list and the world points list. Obviously, the amount of data is going to be finite compared to what Padraig Harrington was hoping to have as an evaluation for, obviously, his captain selections, but also for those automatic picks. What do you think likely will happen? What do you think should happen if it's just a small amount of information and results to rely on?
Yeah, we've already done some algorithms, and we've already put a few things in place. I know Padraig has about how the team would be picked with this reduced schedule going on. So he's on top of all of those things, Gary. We're making plans that this Ryder Cup is definitely going to go ahead, and that's the right attitude for us to have in Europe, is to be prepared for it. Now, if for some reason it is cancelled, at least that's easier to adapt to than if we weren't prepared thinking it was going to be cancelled and then it is. So Padraig's ahead of all of those things. Yes, there will be a mixture of rookies and experience in the team like there always is. At the moment, presently, he's got 3 picks. That will probably increase. By how many, we're not sure yet. But it certainly won't be 12 picks that he will have. And we'll mix and match and get it right. I mean, there's a lot of bigger hurdles to cross in terms of this Ryder Cup happening than the makeup of the team. I think that's a pretty easy fix. And I think Padraig will work collaboratively with all the players and the players committee who run the Ryder Cup from the players' point of view to, get a strong 12 players out there representing Europe.
Paul, should there and will there be a Ryder Cup without fans?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I watched a lot of the talk of the European players, top 3 players. Well, certainly John Rahm and Rory have been very strong in their opinion that no crowds, no Ryder Cup. I mean, I wouldn't jump to conclusions so quick at the moment. I agree with them fully. The Ryder Cup would not be the same without crowds. But these are uncharted waters, as I said earlier. We are making this up as we go along. The world has never faced a crisis like this in modern times. And sport is in the middle of that. And obviously our Ryder Cup is one that's close to our heart that we've got to watch very carefully. So I note Seth was words with you on the Golf Channel there last week about keeping all the options open, keeping everything on the table, potentially playing it behind closed doors. And I'd agree with that. I think that's the right policy for the PGA of America, who are mostly making this decision more so than Europe because they are the home venue. There's a lot of implications here for cancelling, not just the financial ones, but we got to be careful as well in the sport of golf that we don't come across as a privileged sport that, we have an amazing atmosphere in our sport and we have to cancel because it wouldn't be the same without an atmosphere. While at the same time, you have the NBA going on and doing everything it can, even though it's going to be played all probability behind closed doors. You have the Premiership football doing that. You have baseball doing that. In all likelihood, any sport that's played, certainly in the summertime and probably up to Christmas, will be done behind closed doors. So it's important we don't take that high ground of our sport is holier than thou or better than yours and would miss the atmosphere too much. There's also where's the world going to be in a few months' time? Maybe we might strike, lightning might strike and we might find a vaccine. We might have new medical procedures in place that can help with the dealing of this virus. And, by the time June or July comes around, the decisions will be made. It'll be a straightforward one and we carry on as usual. So there's a lot of things to be considered here, Gary, and it's important that we keep all our options open at the moment. Ideally, of course, we would want it with crowds, but we also must consider other options. There's a lot more involved than just playing in front of a crowd. Then that's what's got to go into the decision making, and I understand fully where the PGA of America and Seth Waugh coming from when he says that.
Paul, let me end with this. I know you probably have it on a digital recorder in your house, and that is the 2014 Ryder Cup from Glen Eagles. We're going to re-air it on Golf Channel tomorrow, and I know there are a million great moments and thoughts and memories you have. But if I ask you, what is the thing that just jumps to your mind on a pretty regular basis that is a reflective thing for you when you think about that week?
Oh boy, it's hard to pinpoint it down to one, Gary. It's just that sense, I was fortunate, having played in three Ryder Cups to hold a winning putt in one of them. And how I likened that to was a feeling of a bottle of champagne. You're inside a bottle of champagne and it's shaking, shaking, shaking. And that's how you feel inside. You've got this incredible energy inside you. And then when the putt goes in, there's this explosion of pure ecstasy and joy as a player and what you've done for your teammates. That is a very different feeling. I've had a very different feeling in Glen Eagles as a captain, which was more of a one of satisfaction and a more of a one of a job well done. And the fact that, the players bought in, a bit of humility that the players bought into my ideas, bought into my plan, and were very open to what I had to say. So that sense of satisfaction more than anything else and a job well done.
Well, enjoy the time at home with your family, and I know you are, but we're looking forward to having you back in the States. I know you love being here. Be safe, stay well. Thanks as always.
You too, Gary. Safe to everybody over there too. We'll get out the end of this very soon, I hope. Fingers crossed.
Golf Central Update, brought to you by TaylorMade.